Uh,
All right, so in today's video, I'm joined by one of my instructors today, Andy, all the way from beautiful, I can't even say that with a straight face, San Francisco, California. I do so
it's
many.
getting better, okay? It's getting better.
I've heard that for 10 years. Uh, Is that
No, but it genuinely is. It's getting. I would say in the past 6 months, it's gotten better. A Things have gone down in terms of crime and stuff. So cleanliness, not so much. Homelessness, yeah, a little bit, but yeah, it's gotten better.
I'll pray for y'all. Let's bring all the churches together on this one. Okay, so a lot of people want to. I mean, right now, one of the biggest things that's happening is payments, and definitely crypto. Because in a city like San Francisco, carrying physical cash is probably not one of the best ideas, right? When you're going for a jog. But here's basically this is what Andy's going to go ahead and demo today because there's two major challenges for people landing these payment product manager roles, which we have a whole curriculum on right now. Is number one, even product managers with a payments background has a very difficult time, as I'm sure you have been on the receiving end of that before, because you have nothing to show. All that is proprietary data. When we're talking about like, it's like I've even had people join the program from like JP Morgan where they were doing their whole thing was product manager, comma, cross borderless payments, and they were still having trouble like going into like the crypto space because there's nothing that you can go ahead and show. They want to know that you've actually built something. Like, what were you involved in building? So that's one block of challenges. But the second block is there's also a lot of people that's very interested in going into the payment space, and
Yeah.
they don't have anything to show because they've actually never built anything before.
Mhm.
So my question when I decided to invite our instructor Andy over to this podcast is, uh, can we get can we actually with like Lovable, n8n, and a few other apps, maybe like Claude, can we go out there with those ingredients in the refrigerator? Can we get like a small demo going to get interviewers excited?
Yeah, definitely. And thank you, Rich, for inviting me here. This is definitely something you can do in today's time with all these, amazing places things we have available like Lovable or n8n, and there's so many out there. Without even knowing to code, people can easily build something. And I'm going to demo something that I've built. Uh, and I'd like to give you a little background story as why I started this and where this stems from. So my wife has a side hustle and business where she builds products for teachers and educators, and but she's constantly struggling with the finances and the financial aspect of it is like, oh, how much money is coming from here? What is going on? She is on Excel's more than she is, spends time with me. And that frustrated the hell out of me. And I'm like, there has to be a better way for you to do things and track things and understand your payments and how much income you're getting and how much expenses are going out. So I started digging into and quickly found out that there's not a lot of options for gig workers, where you have your individual business or side hustle or anything. Anything you have is a single platform thing, right? If you're taking payments through Stripe, it's only Stripe, whatever income's coming through Stripe, and whatever expenses are going through Stripe. But it doesn't account for anything other than that. And I kind of felt that there was a need for a multi-expense and income platform to be built. And I decided to, do that in Lovable, where I'm gonna kind of demonstrate you guys how and what I did. It honestly, once I had figured out and done the research in terms of the market research, user research, what is needed, I was able to build this within literally 2 weeks. So it's not hard to build as long as you know what is needed to build. So here's a little demo of what it looks like. So this is what I'm calling as a financial fitness coach. It tells you how good your finances are or how bad they are. So this is where this would be kind of your sign-on page where you have a single sign-on option. You got to give them the ease. You can sign in with your Google account or your Facebook, or you can use your email and stuff. This is what your sign up looks like in case you want to sign up and create a new account. So I already have an account created, so I'm just going to use that. Uh, and you just, oops, log in. So that's once you come in, this is your dashboard. But this is an income first platform. So you're going to get your income first, your expenses second. It tells you what your savings look like, and if you have any goals that you have maintained in terms of, hey, I want to hit as a gig worker, hit $10,000 this month in terms of revenue. You can have those, and it kind of tracks that progress in as well. Below here, you can see it gives you a financial health score. This is, you can go into it and look at it. Here is where it shows how many accounts you're connected to. So this is a multi-account. You have a Chase account, you have a Capital One account, you have a PayPal account, you have a Stripe account. You connect all those accounts, and that's how it can get all that information to convert it into things. So if you click on it, first up, user. What is most important for a user to know? That protection and trust needs to be built, and that is built through here. We're telling them, oh, don't worry about your data, it's not going to go anywhere. We have 256-bit encryption. It's read-only access, and nobody is going to have ever access to your accounts, and passwords are not stored anywhere. They are only stored locally on your system. Once you're there, this is where all the different types of accounts you can access through. And then once you sign in, you connect through that, and your accounts are available. But most importantly, in today's world, what is important for you to know? Everything needs to be simple. And in this AI world, I have AI insights built into this. So you have a personal AI coach who's going to help you answer that. And that is what you get here. You can just click in here and ask them questions just as you would ask your coach or your mentor or whoever is like, or an accountant. Now you have an AI who's going to help you answer all those things for you. Down below it kind of gives you a graph of your income and your expenses to tell you if you are going over your expense limit or your income limit and things like that. So let's see how we look at the financial fitness score or health first. This is very important because we tell you exactly how your financial fitness is calculated. It gives you exactly what is your income, what is your income score, what is your spending patterns, what is your savings rate. If you have debt management, that can be come into it. You have credits that you take in, you have emergency fund, you get all that information. It most importantly, we tell you how it works. Unlike you have no clue how your credit score works, through this, you will know how exactly your fitness is coming through and what gets valued at what amount. So this can change. This is, but I'm just giving you as an example. And most importantly, we also give you an improvement plan. How can you improve your score? Continue to maintain steady employment or blah, 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 or help you in case of gig workers. It's like, hey, you need to increase your sales or decrease your expenses on this. You get that information. It's not that we're just telling you score and then you're like, oh, I don't know what to do to improve or not, all those kind of things. So This is, user first and always with user empathy that I've built this platform. Then, when you come towards your insights, you can ask your coach. And you have different things inside of this where it gives you what can be done, what already there are insights built into it. It's like increase freelance rate. You've gone, there's a $1,200 last month that you have increased your income this month. There is a subscription review where it's like, oh, you have $89 worth of subscriptions you haven't used in the last 30 days. So probably you, you need to cancel those so it'll make your life easier. So you get all these kind of insights that are simple, logical, and easy to use. There's if you want to keep something in your emergency fund, they can tell you, hey, you haven't put in money in your emergency fund. It's something you need to do. What is for tax optimization? So all these things come in. But even if you don't want that, it's like, here's an AI coach that you can ask. It's like, hey, I want to increase my income. What can I do? How do I improve my credit score? What are the best ways? So it's not just that you can ask, but we already give you suggestions in terms of to help you get started. So if you just like, what is the best way to start investing and click it, you're gonna get your answer coming in. Should come in. Where did the answer go? But that is how it is, it's not
Did
worth
you also
with something.
utilize did you also utilize like n8n? Uh
Yes. So that's something I'm utilizing right now in terms of this is just the front end, right? And the connections are done. But I quickly realized for your bank statements or your W-2s and stuff, those documents need to be parsed. And that information before that can be built in and got into here. So that is what I'm kind of building right now into N8N,
cool.
and this is the workflows I have so far. Like this is still work in progress. I'm still, working through that. But the whole idea is this is a RAG model building using RAG agents and RAG pipeline with vector databases. What I'm using here is Superbase vectors databases, to store the data. And like once think about it, this is like simple things, right? It's about you get your document from whatever it is, or W-2. You have information there, or your bank statement. The bank statement has so many different things that are in it. It's not just about one expense or one income statement, right? So you want to get that and break that up into different things before that information can be passed on to the front end to put it into the exact categories that we saw on the front end app. So for that purpose, when the document comes in, you load that into a vector database. It kind of breaks it up and puts it into specific areas. So think about it. It's like who's the income coming from? What was the amount for that? What was the date for that, date and time for that? These are three things maybe think about storing in it. And once you need that, you can recall that using just natural languages and stuff like that, where I'm using uh, kind of anthropic model for that, uh, some for local memory or recent memory, I'm using Postgres, which is kind of built into Superbase itself. So that kind of worked similar. That's why I use those. It's not necessarily you can want to use that. And embedding model, I actually want to use Claude and Anthropic because that's what I have subscription for. So I'm still trying to figure out how to get that and not pay.
I saw that you have your Claude tab up. Is there anything
Yeah.
in the Claude?
So I'm still I still haven't found the that I found that they have a Anthropic chat model, but they don't have an embedding. Anthropic model in there. So I've got to figure out how can I bring in that. I don't want to be like I don't make enough money to be paying for five different chat models to be used, you know. So for that reason, I'm trying to minimize my expenses, but I'm still trying to figure out how that can be done. And once this is done, then I can connect it back to the front end so that the data is available already parsed and ready from the database to be accessed and put into the right place for the front end to be displayed for customers, right? So that's kind of still work in progress, but this is what I've built so far.
Got it. Anything you want to show us on that Claude tab, man? I'm kind of interested what's in there.
No. Still work in progress. Few,
Got
few
it.
things. I mean, this one's just something where I'm building. This is the Claude console I can show. Like that is where I get the API keys to connect to all these things where the apps can talk to each other. There is, you probably get some logs and stuff. So these are the things. I don't my Claude tab is got millions of chat windows open, so nothing to see there. But this I can show you. This is super base. This is where a few of things are, like how you can create. This is where you create databases, and this is where I ran the SQL query to create the database. This is the tab. This is where the table was created for the document parsing. Still working through a few things. I think below here is where you get the app keys. Where's my authentication keys? Yeah, you can get authentication keys from here and things like that. So it's just about, you know, building things and understanding what kind of things are, how to build, and how you can show people that you know how to build these things. And if you can build these things on your own, you can easily go in and tell them and talk through things in terms of how you are building, why you are building, because most important thing is problem solving. How are you solving problems? I mean, at the end of the day, that's what employers want to see, right? It's like, hey, how we have this problem in payments, authentication, or scaling, or uh, customer engagement. Why should we give you bring you in to build customer empathy? Like how are you showing customer empathy? All these kind of things. You're just trying to incorporate it through and show through the app and things like that. So for me, that's what I'm trying to come through it in this sense.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah,
I mean, we're coming up right now on time. Uh,
yeah,
but we will actually be creating a whole series around payment apps. So for anybody that's interested in
yeah,
this is not the last time, I promise, that you'll be hearing
yeah.
from Andy. Uh,
Yes,
yeah.
looking forward to it. Finally, this is where I think I did not go, but this is the AI fitness coach, and this is where I have integrated OpenAI into it to answer your questions about your income and things like that. So this is where your suggested questions, it's like, oh, what subscription should I cancel to save money? And it will tell you, hey, I identified this, the subscription requires blah, blah, blah. So that's working.
Dude, I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take this last bit of note here. Uh, this was amazing, man. Yo,
Yeah.
if for anybody right now that is trying to learn these skills to level up, which I believe everybody needs to right now. This is not a game anymore. This is really not. Please go ahead, schedule a call with Product Gym. Andy is one of the instructors right here. He's fantastic. But as you guys can go up there and see, this is fantastic for people that are, this is actually fantastic for people that are trying to level up on skills, whether you're interviewing for a product manager role or trying to break into the digital payment space, or even just like I think financial health and financial literacy is so important this is an amazing thing for you to just everybody has subscriptions unless like my Chinese bookkeeper that is just auditing that thing like what was this I think there's a lot of money that people can be saving every single month too. So um
Exactly.
thank you so much for your time, Andy. Look
This,
forward to seeing you guys on the next one. We'll have a newsletter going out too.
yeah, thank you for having me, Rich. I'll talk to you soon.